going on, guys? Bowtie Brem here once again, and today is a change up of videos, but it's a good video. It's on my journey of losing 150 something pounds. Went from 350 down to 194. Now a lot went into it, so let's break it down. So like I just said, my start was 350. Came to a point where I'm like, damn, I'm fat, you know. Everyone, you know, you're like, oh, I could lose a couple pounds, but then comes that point. I think Gabriel Iglesias, comedian, said it, that you're like husky, fluffy, and then you're just like, damn. Excuse me. And that's where I was getting. I had tried to lose weight previous times, but I was never motivated. And I did it in little sections too. This time I said, I'm doing it. There's nothing that's stopping me. I'm doing it. So first, I guess we'll talk about the drive. You need the drive. There's not, like, in my experience, it's not just something where you're like, oh, I think I'm going to do it. You need to tell yourself, I am doing it. And you're just not stopping, you know. So let me get into my first bracket, which was 350 to 280. Let's go break it down. So 350 to 280, a lot went into that. That was when I started. I just hit the ground running, literally and figuratively. So that first 70 pounds, I started off running. There's this app called Couch to 5K, and it gets you put where you're at, and it'll get you to 5K in a month, which I don't know the ratio on mileage or whatever, but it's like it goes with non-stop. You walk, run, etc., etc. So that's what I started doing. I started running. Okay, now I want to mention here, weight loss, in my opinion, my experience, is like 85% diet, 15% exercise. Okay, so that first 70 pounds, like I said, I was running every day, maybe a Sunday off or something, but every day I would get moving and grooving. Diet-wise, I was eating, like, before, obviously, 350, I'm eating like crap. Eating whatever, whenever. So my diet, I just hit the ground running real hard. I went into, I didn't start keto yet. I was just doing fasting. And then when I would eat something, I was doing, I hit the ground running hard. I was doing fasting for, like, I'd have maybe one meal a day, but the meal would be real small. I'm drinking only water and a small meal. So you might ask yourself, well, what small meal were you having? I'd have, like, either a couple turkey dogs, no buns, or I'd cut a piece of, excuse me, I cut a piece of bread in half, and say I'm having two. I put each one on a half of bread and eat that to make up for the buns. I was going real small. Don't mind the pimple. So that took, I dropped 30 pounds in under a month because I was just hitting it. And then I started seeing progress, and I'm like, oh man. So that drove me even more, okay? So that was basically my resume. Like I said, the running, the Couch to 5K is the app, and pretty much one light meal a day, and only water. Don't drink all your calories. Like some people think Gatorade and stuff, that stuff's terrible. The amount of sugar and stuff and carbs just kills you. So my first 70 pounds was doing my running, and then doing, like I just said, one meal a day. Now we'll go into the second bracket, 280 to 230. So that's another 50 pounds. But I changed it up for that one because once I saw myself at 280, I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm satisfied. But then, in time, became unsatisfied. So let me break that down for you. So my 280 to 230, I was call it my test and tune period. Okay? That consisted of trying out, I finally decided to try the keto diet. If you guys don't know or aren't familiar with what keto is just like no carbs. Okay? So after 280, I was satisfied for like a week or two. I was just started, eating what I wanted to. Occasionally have a piece of pizza, have sandwiches and stuff like that, have some crackers, some chips. Then I'm like, oh, I want to lose more. So that's what I did. I started the keto diet, and I had ceased working out, the running part of it. So ceased running, and I started the keto diet. It's very hard because you don't realize how much energy your body gets from carbs. Carbs, that's, from my understanding, that's what gives you all the energy. So the first part of it was like I just had no energy. Luckily I was a manager at a job, so I could just sit on my butt all day and do nothing, but I had no energy. So I'm like, okay, that's not working. But I was doing 1 meal a day keto because I just wanted to get it off. Like, I'm not here beating around the bush. This is just me. I'm not beating around the bush waiting months and months to drop a couple pounds. I'm just like, let's get it over with. Mind over matter. So the keto went from about 280 to 255, 260. We'll call it 250. So 250 to 230, I just did some hardcore fasting. Fasting is tough. Depends how long you're going for and what you're doing for your refeeds when you're going to eat again. But what I was doing was fasting, and my refeed would still be on keto. So technically I was in ketosis the whole time. And ketosis is when your body's burning up your fat for energy instead of using those carbs. So 250 to 230, I was just doing fasting. Fasting, it depends how long you're going, like I said. I did a 72-hour once, which is 3 days. Fasting-wise, after you get over that initial, like, let's say you just want to start fasting. After the first, we'll call it, say you start fasting, around dinner time you get starving, like you might kill somebody for a cookie. After you get over that hump, it gets a lot easier. And that, I was dropping like 2 pounds a day, 2, maybe 3 pounds a day. So do the math. Those 20 pounds added up quick. Then I got to 230, and I'm like, perfect. This is where I am. This is where I'm happy. But once again, wasn't satisfied. So we have the final stage, I guess I'll call it, 230 to 194. I'm like 194, 193 now. So let me get into that. This is what I call, this last stage was my lazy losing weight. So let's get into it. So my lazy losing weight just consisted of me, just like I guess anyone who's on just a regular diet would do, is just watch what you're eating. Instead of having 3 pieces of pizza, have 1, and just the big thing also is, say I go to bed at 11 o'clock, don't eat after 8 o'clock. All that extra food is just sitting in your stomach, just sitting there, and you're not burning off the energy, nothing like that. So, I was just watching what I eat. Wasn't having bagels and stuff. I like bagels, but bagels are just packed with carbs and calories. And, and I just thought of it. I wanted to point back to keto. Basically what I was doing was organic hot dogs, or I was having turkey dogs, or occasional lunch meat, but lunch meat also isn't so good for you. So if you guys are just trying to pound out the few pounds, turkey dogs and organic hot dogs. They got to be organic though. Occasionally have some ground turkey, a little bit of seasoning. I wasn't doing anything for dipping sauces. Dipping sauces was filled with sugars. But back to my lazy diet. It was just all basic, like the basic diet stuff I call it. Like, don't eat ice cream after you had dinner. Don't eat 2,000 calories on a meal. So it was kind of just the basic dieting. And now I'm in the truck here, but now we got the flat-ish belly, flattish chest. We're at 195, and I've been here for about a month now, and I'm officially satisfied. Body looks good now, as you might have seen from the thumbnail. Got muscles now, which is always good, and just it's a confidence thing. You feel so much more confident when people, like when you're big, no one tells you, oh, you look good, you huge. But getting compliments from people who have seen my weight loss, or just random people they haven't seen in a while, that makes it worth the while. Definitely, your mental well-being is good. If you didn't have a relationship or something, obviously, I don't want to say obviously because everyone has their own personal preference, but people tend to find you more attractive the skinnier you are. Luckily, I've been in my relationship for almost 3 years, and she liked me when I was big, and she loves me when I'm smaller, or healthier, I guess I'll call it. So that's really good. I'm lucky that I got her. But yeah, that's my dieting. Like I said, over 150 pounds gone. Luckily, I'm 23, well, almost 24, but my skin is shrinking still, because obviously you lose weight like that. I don't know if we can see. Well, not on my arms, really. Got guns now. Oh, let me show you. I'm proud of the guns. Finally got a muscle, which is good. Stomach shrinking. I just wear an undershirt. Where is it? Undershirt every day to just keep on shrinking. But luckily, like I said, I'm young enough that my skin's shrinking slowly. Obviously, it's not a fast process. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself. And like I said, I've always tried to want to lose weight, but I just never actually said I'm doing it. Like, I even recorded videos on my phone and like of myself when I was in the mood. I'm like, yo, Brandon, don't effing give up. You got this. I don't care what happens. It's going to be worth it. And hell yeah, it was worth it. I feel great. I look great. Well, I think I look great. I wasn't like, I don't think I was that ugly. Some people, 350, I mean, you're like, woo. But I guess I was a better 350, but now 195, we'll call it. I think I look great. Lost a lot of weight in my face and stuff like that. Can finally grow a full beard. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be people that have more questions on it. So if you want a breakdown of anything, just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that was my journey. Like I said, I did it in 3 sections, but now I'm finally satisfied. And yeah, I feel great. Everything, doing stuff is easier. So much easier. Getting up, like getting off the ground, like everything is easier. You don't realize how much easier stuff can actually be to do when you're heavy. You know, you kind of just get used to it. And luckily, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but for the 280 to 195, it wasn't really working out. The only thing I do is pull-ups. It's just something as a kid, I was always heavier set, so I could never do pull-ups, but now I'm able to do pull-ups, which is cool, you know. So that's just something that I keep on doing. If anyone ever challenged me to a pull-up competition, at least I'm up to 5, so, you know, we're getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, that's my weight loss journey. Like I just said, I know you'll have questions. Let me know anything else. I'm glad to help, more than glad to help you. I'm sure I probably missed something, or someone will have a specific question. I was that guy at one point. I looked it up online, asking a million questions. It's one thing. You guys know, if you know me, you know I respond to every single comment on any video, whether it's a video I recorded a year ago or whenever. So you have any questions or anything, or even want to just get in touch with me through personal messages, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, guys, if anyone's on the verge of doing it, just do it. What are you waiting on, man? Think about it. What's the cons? You get pissed for a couple days because you can't eat? Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. You could be looking lean, mean, fighting machine, baby. Come on, guys. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little change of events video. I'll be back next week with, well, you'll have to find out. We'll see you then, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Bowtie Brem, out. Just wanted to add in here at the end, if anyone's still watching, that whole time also, for all the weight loss, anytime I was losing weight, I was just drinking water. That's it. Water with ice cubes. That's it. Also, one more quick thing I wanted to add. 350 to 195, that took about a year to accomplish because of my breaks and stuff. So that's what my timeline is.